Welcome, 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 my lovelies. I'm just stopping my chair from spinning round. Nothing worse than a spinning chair, especially in the morning, straight after breakfast. Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you so much if you're already watching. It's just lovely to speak to you again. You have no idea how I look forward to doing videos for you guys. So it's just a very quick video, and it wasn't planned. Oh, cheers, by the way. And don't keep calling me by the way. It's just a joke. So yes, welcome. So yes, this is a quick video because at this very moment I'm fairly close to the end of doing the house commission that I'm doing for a client at the moment. I've been having to wait for different bits and pieces and bits of wallpaper and what have you, and I was in the middle of painting the inside doors, and they're dry now. So I've been doing bits like that while I've been waiting on other bits arriving so I can finish off the house. I've just got the back to wire up. I have a special well, it's not special, but it's a different form of wiring than I have done before. So all the different ways you can wire your house, this is another method with another gadget on the back. So I'm really looking forward to that. Can't wait. So, but this video isn't about that. This is an in-between video. So I have stopped working again to do a different work. And this is for Denise. If you're watching, Denise, hello there. Denise was very kind and has bought one of my vases, and as always I send them in the little origami boxes, and she wrote a whole thing about how much she loved the box, and she actually has some Japanese paper for origami, and she was going to try and look back on videos or whatever and try and learn how to make them. And I can't remember, I think I may have emailed you back to say that there are videos on YouTube. I'm sure I've already done this, but sitting having breakfast this morning, and I thought, me being me, I'm going to stop everything and do a very quick video on just how to make the box and a close-up of how to do it. There are lots of videos out there, but I often find when I'm looking at videos for other things, all the ones I find, or most of them, just seem to be so quick, and it's all just music in the background, which really puts me off. I like to hear people talking at what they're doing, but that's just me. But yes, I thought I would just make one for everybody nice and clearly. Someone else out there may also want to make one for themselves, but they are quite handy for keeping little things in. So without further ado, I'm going to move the camera down. I've put a different mat on the table so it's a lot cleaner, a bit cleaner for you than my old mucky one, and it's just easier to see see what I'm doing. And let's go from there. Okay, so just a quick to let you know the tools that I use. I just used this X-Acto knife to cut the paper. So if you already have your paper the right size you want, then you don't need one of these. And also I just use this. This is a turning out tool for when you're making cuffs and collars in sewing. But it's a bamboo, but it's not sharp. It's quite a soft rounded edge there, so it doesn't cut the paper too much, but I use it for flattening the creases, which is absolutely ideal. So just something to flatten the creases properly, to get nice sharp lines. And I use a little bit of double-sided sticky tape. I think that's about, is that a centimetre? Or half a cent? Yes, 1 centimetre wide, and that does perfectly for all your boxes, my lovelies. Right, okay, so the boxes that I do are, you choose what size you want the box to finish up, but the boxes I do are 9-inch square paper, just 2 sheets. Although the lid is bigger than the base because it has to come out and over the base, it's still the same size of paper, so you don't have to do different sizes of papers. So just 2 squares. Mine are 9-inch. Once you've done that, if you want it smaller, you can do one at 8-inch or 10-inch or whatever you feel. The papers that I bought, they're all double-sided patterns, so it just depends on what papers I'm using at the time and what I want to put together. So what I will say is we'll do the base first. If you want the base colour that you want to show on the outside, not what's folded into in the inside, the colour that you want on the outside, you put that face down and you fold everything in from there. So when the box is finished, that's the colour you'll see, and what you're folding into is going to disappear. If it's plain on this side, then you just know to use this side to fold it into. So okay, so let's start. So I'm sorry I can't get the camera overhead like a lot of the pros do. I'm not. I don't even know what they use to do that. So I do apologise for that. Right, so we're folding the paper in half and creasing it like so. Open up and then fold the paper in half again. And we're doing this straight, it's not diagonal, we're just doing it straight, nice and square. And once you've folded it one way, where the crease comes from the first one, you can line it up, the top and the base, with the crease, so you know it's exactly in line, like so. Push down and flatten. I do these quicker when I'm making them because I've made so many, but obviously I'm doing this slower to show you guys. Right, so we've got that folded 2 ways like so. So now we're just going to fold all the corners into the middle as neatly or unneatly as you desire. The neater it is to start with, the neater the box will look when it's finished. So just fold it into the corner, into the middle. There we are. Now this pattern on this side of the paper now is just completely covered and you won't see it when the box is made. In a way, it's it's not great buying paper that's double-sided because I've probably paid more for it, but it was just papers that I like the look of, and that's just how they're made. So that's all flattened around the edges there, and that's what we've ended up with. Okay, and that will be the center of your box, and then these sides are all going to fold up to make the box. So this is the base of the box, so it's the smaller one. So now what we're going to do, again, we're just folding straight lines in again, but we're going to fold the outer edges into the center, just into the very center cross there. As I said, some videos, when they describe things or they don't even speak on them, you can't always remember what you're doing. So I do one that way and then one opposite, and then I can just join these 2 lines up so they're nice and flat and together and even, and the edges look even, top and bottom, and they're touching like so. So the 2 opposite ones, doesn't matter which side you start with, flatten that side and flatten that side. So you've done that. Okay, and then we're going to turn it round this way and open it up again and do the other sides into the middle opposite each other, so we end up with a square shape. Just meeting again on that cross, turn it round. Sorry, my big hands are in the way half the time, but I'm sure you can see and understand what I'm doing. There we are, and then flatten that end and that end. There we are, and open it up. So we've folded all the edges up each side, all the way around. So now we're just going to, it doesn't matter which ones you open up, they're all exactly the same, whichever way you go. But open them up and lift the corners up in the middle there so you can see the inside bit. And where you've got you won't be able to see it on the video, but because of how you folded it, you've got a cross line there and there. I can see it off camera, but you probably can't see it. And where that cross line is, and that's the centre of the box, I lay a little bit of double-sided tape sort of across the middle, and then another bit going the other way, so it forms a cross. And then each of these 4 lids, these pieces here, will just go down and stick on that cross shape, and it holds them down in the middle. So that's all I'm doing now, and I will do that just to not rush it through for you. Just look to see where your line is, like so. Obviously you have to do this and take that piece off first before you lay the other bit, or you won't be able to get this piece off. There we are. And then a bit going the other way. When I read your email, Denise, I thought I was going to look on YouTube and try and find 1 or 2 videos of this and just post you a link. That would have been, what, a 10-minute job, if that? But no. I love my family and I care about you, very much so, and this is why I'm taking my time to help you as much as possible. So although you can see it where it's catching the light, you've got that cross there. So now we're going to fold 2 of these opposite each other. It doesn't matter which ones again, but just fold these up, stand them up, and the 2 corners there, we're just going to touch them in the middle there. I have to do this line down on the floor flat like that. Well, I'm not actually lying on the floor, but that was last night after a gin. I'm only joking. I wish. Right, there we are. And then we've still got the bit of tape there showing when we fold the other 2 in. But now we've done that, we're going to, this is the bit, it's not difficult, but it's just, it's not so easy to show. So what I'm going to do now is sort of, when I've put these 2 together, I'm going to flatten it out a bit, and one of these sides I'm going to lift and unfold completely. And then I bring it so it's like, so this bit's away from me, and then use my fingers just to fold these up, to fold this in. So I don't know if I just try and do it this way. So you're folding these sides up like so, folding the corners in, and then you're bringing this up at the same time. I don't know if that's easy to see. So like so, it's all the lines are already folded, so you're just really pushing it together. So you're folding the sides, these sides up, bending these bits in, and then bringing this up to the top like so, and then that whole thing is going to fold down and into the middle of the box. So that's as easy as that is. It just looks difficult because of the way I'm probably showing you. Sorry about that. But fold it up like so, and then fold it down into the centre. And because I'm left-handed, I have to do it this way. So I folded it down like so, and then when you push that down into the centre, just slide the lid, slide it against the sides of the wall, and you can line up that triangle with the space that you've got on that side. So if I just push it, line it up with the points in the middle, and when I've got it there, put my finger on it and flatten it, and the tape is holding it down. There we are, like so. And then we've just got this side to do now. So again, I'm opening it up this side, open the whole thing up like so, and then pushing the sides in first of all, so they just collapse in, and then this concertina's up to make the side. There's the side of the box there, and then this whole bit I'm going to flap over the top. So just do that, turn the whole thing over like so, and try and do it like this. Hold the whole thing over and then flatten that down, and then there's a crease already made there, so as you do that it folds into the shape, and just line it up with your triangle in the middle there and press it down. So there we are, press it down, and then you can just sort of flatten the sides of the boxes just to put it in shape. And there we have it. So the other side of the paper now is completely covered, and the underneath of the paper that you started with is all the paper that's on show, outside and inside. Okay, and then you see what one you want to show on the other side. That's quite nice, although it's very similar. But no, we'll do this one. So I'm going to have this colour here showing on the outside, so that's going face down. And then I'll just do it a bit quicker. As always, my lovelies, I always worry that I'm going to bore you. And that's, it's just a silly thing that I keep thinking. And you keep telling me you're not bored. Which I'm very glad to hear. Oh dear. Today, I'm going to, in between doing more of the commission house, and we've only actually got today because we've borrowed ladders, but we're going to, at our age, we're going to get up on some very long ladders into a couple of the trees that we have in the garden now, to try and cut some of them down, cut some of the branches off. And it's probably a very, very silly thing to do. In fact, hopefully not, but if I don't see you for a while on YouTube, you'll know that I've broken a leg, which I very, very hope not. But it costs so much money. Okay, so this is the lid. This is the top bit. You're probably all saying, so why are you doing exactly the same thing? So I'm making the box in exactly the same way. The only difference to make this a lid as opposed to the base is when I fold these into the centre, like opposite ones and then opposite ones, I'm not folding them right into the centre to the point there. I'm going to, in fact, I know how far I do it, but I'll just measure to see, to give you an actual measurement. Right, so I fold them in and leave at least 1/2 centimetre, maybe slightly more than 1/2 centimetre. So when I bring them together, there's a good centimetre gap, if not slightly more. So I'll just do that quick and show you. So when I fold it in, instead of folding into the actual middle there, I'm going to come just before it and just make sure these are in line with the base, so it's all nice and straight. So I fold it in about there. And when you've done a few, I've done dozens now, which is absolutely wonderful. But when you have done a few, you can just see by eye where they are. Right, now if I hold that up, if I flatten it and show you, so they're not meeting in the middle. There's a little middle bit, and I'm just leaving a gap each side. And that gap for me is 1.1 centimetre at the moment, but even a centimetre is fine. As long as this is not to the centre, then the box is going to be slightly bigger than the one that you've made before, than the base. So I'll flatten that down, open them up, fold these two sides in, not into the middle, just leaving that little gap again, and you can see all your lines where you're folding onto lines. You can see that they're all lined up and straight. You can use the edges of your box to show that everything's straight, and it makes it nice and neat, which is obviously how I like it. Like so. Fold those down. Yes, people cutting trees down and things, it costs a fortune for us, and we just don't earn the money to do that sort of thing. So we've borrowed ladders from a neighbour that we've just got for today, so we're going to have an hour or two out there and hope for the best. Right, so I've opened those up. I'm going to stick my double-sided tape in to do that. This pattern paper, it's actually a little bit harder to see where your folded lines are in the base, but if you pick it up, it catches the light and you can see where they are. Some papers are easier than others, and sometimes it's easier to peel double-sided tape off easier than it is other times. Sometimes it just works, doesn't it? And then sometimes if you get it wrong first time, then it takes you 10 minutes to get the tape off. There we are. And that one, peel that off. And then fold 2 points into the middle, like so. There we are. And then unfold that. Push these sides up and push them in. Fold them in, and that will automatically bring that up. Yeah, that's maybe a bit easier to show. Bring it up and fold it over, and then push it into the middle. Really, once you've done one or two, it's really easy to catch the idea, or get the drift, as they say. Oops. Open that up, fold it in, and fold concertina that up. It's like concertina. I like that. Let's have that as today's word, concertina, not broken legs. No, I shouldn't joke, should I? Because this is before the event. Sod's law, as they call it. No, we will be very, very careful. I may be 64, well, I'm 63, but I'm 64 in September. But I am, believe it or not, but quite sensible, especially when it comes to health and safety. So that, by folding them not quite into the middle, just makes the box bigger than this box, slightly bigger than this, but you can actually see it just looking at it. So when you put the lid on, like so, it's just perfect. There we are. Really pretty. I think it's the first time I've used that colour, that pattern combination. So when I manage to start selling some more vases, when I deal with this Etsy thing, or I'll catch you up on that as well, tell you about that, then I will keep this box ready-made. I've never done that before. I always make them as I get an order, but I'll keep this nice and safe. So somebody will have their vase in this box. Okay, so there we are. Hopefully you could see what I was doing with my fingers in the way. I do understand when a lot of people have whatever they have, overhead cameras. They must have some gadgets holding proper cameras up. At the moment, as I say, I'm not that professional, but it is clearer if you can see it from above. I do agree. But anyway, we get through it, don't we? So yes, so just to catch you up quickly, because I'm concerned that I want to let you guys know what's happening on a weekly basis, sometimes daily. So with Etsy at the moment, as you probably all know, I've taken everything off at the moment because it is going horribly wrong in more ways than one. People are the domestic price for the UK is showing up in the States, so I'm not getting the little extra for the postage or the shipping. So then I would make even I might as well give them away, to be honest, and that's not really the point. But so at the moment that's all on hold, and I'm hopefully very soon. This is a Saturday I'm filming this, and I think on Sunday or Monday or Tuesday I may hopefully have a message from another lady who has set up a website for a friend of ours, Charlie's Magical Miniatures, as you know by now. She's got a wonderful website. I have put a link to her website on my videos before, and she's really kindly asked her friend if she can help me, and at the moment I've been told probably yes. So hopefully, fingers crossed, but as soon as possible really, hopefully I'll have my own website up. Then I've got full control of it, and then I can put vases galore. All the makes that I make that I like to sell over time, I can put those on it, and everyone can just go to my own website. So it just keeps it all in the family instead of using other people like Etsy who get it wrong quite a lot of the time. So yes, so hopefully I'll do that soon. I'm guessing because the live stream is coming up next Friday or the Friday after. I think it's next Friday actually. I won't have the website up then, so probably still, I'm guessing I won't, so I probably will still do the board, the print tray, the white one that I showed you, and put numbers and letters down, and then I'll just put them up in there, and then you can email me afterwards. But I'll talk all about that on the live stream, which I will probably start by making one of these boxes while we chat, so that other people can come on and join us. So you'll be able to see that again. Hope you are all well, my lovelies. I feel there's never a dull moment here, I can tell you. Okay, speak to you soon. Take care, all of you, and hopefully see you very soon after we've cut some of our trees down. Take care. Bye.